How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Sean Atwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson. We are live once again with a royal mess. It's been a while, everybody. Before I even go over to the ladies, I just want to say it's been a while. It's good to see everybody, and there's a lot planned. Fully committing to making Friday nights here on the Sean Atwood channel an epic evening of interviews, and I've got the next sort of 3 or 4 lined up. I'm very, very excited about it all. Tomorrow night, Jonathan Todd Schwartz, financial advisor to Hollywood, to the elites, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, these kind of people, until he sort of derailed and embezzled $4.7 million, went on a bit of a party mad one, and this is him coming to tell all. Then the following week, I've got Pastor David Bryan, who's going to be exposing SRA, all these sort of red-skinned, horned goat people religions. And then the week after that, I've got Phil Chalmers coming to dive into the real Ed Gein ahead of the Netflix series, and it's going to be freaking awesome. There's a lot to come from me and Phil, and possibly me, Phil, and Sean, depending on terms of service in 2025 on calling serial killers. So, before we get into it all, Paula M., how are you? What's been going on? Great to see you.
I'm doing great. Can you see City?
Yeah, of course we can.
Yes, yeah. Of course. Hello, guys. I'm doing really well. Thank you. People think that Meghan Markle doesn't give you any content, but she sure does. Keeps you busy. Sometimes I feel like putting out 2 or 3 videos because there's just so much madness going on. But I'm doing well. Thank you, sweetie. I went to the air show here, which was kick-ass.
I'm going to test later what happens at the end of my stream if I just literally play her Netflix show, if it will bring down the live stream or if it'll let it play and then get claimed. Because honestly,
no, you can't. Netflix copyright strikes you so fast.
Well, I don't mind if they copyright strike me and take all the money, but I want to know if they'll take the stream down midstream, because if they don't, I've got an idea about busting chops. What were you saying there, Lady Letitia?
Yeah, I've tried to watch Netflix show with my subscribers, and it'll show like the first 30 seconds.
You can't do that. You can't do that. What you can do, Lady Letitia, is a lot of these streaming services have got what's called a watch along feature, right? So you create what's called a watch along link, you share that in your description, and then everyone is watching along with you. But it's not on screen. It's just everyone's watching along at the same time off of the one, so nobody can pause it or play it. You can pause it or play it, and you can all watch a series together. You just can't put it on the screen. Lee, where is Sean? I'm Ron. I'm one of the co-hosts for the Sean Atwood channels. Some might say the underboss, but that's all right. It's great to see everybody tonight. Like and share. I would appreciate it. Also, ignore the crazy sounds of my neighbor screaming up and down the road. It's Scotland. What can I say? So, Lady Letitia, how are you? How have you been? What's been going on?
I'm doing great. Wonderful, Ron. Can you show me how to do that? I would love to be able to show my,
you can't show it on screen, Letitia.
You can't show it on screen.
Okay.
It's called a watch along. So you would be sitting watching it, and people would be watching the camera as it's on you just now. But everyone who was watching your stream would be watching the same video playing on their screen, but it wouldn't be on the live screen. It's called yeah, you got this. You'll figure it out. Anyone, put one in the side chat if Lady Letitia is 100% Joey from Friends out of the panel members here, if we had to give them all a Friends character. Heather, what is happening? How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me back. Finally got some, I don't know.
Time.
My life's just nuts and crazy. So
yeah, it's fine.
I finally figured out time zone. So I'm here.
You finally. Yes, I still haven't. I still got to have an app on my phone that continues to lie to me.
Oh.
Yeah, so the joys. Well, listen. Like I say, ignore the craziness that's going on outside. Before we delve into Meghan Markle and the wonders of Prince Harry and the usual shenanigans that we cover here, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that Paula M. has taught me, right? And I always like to center Paula here when she's educated me, right? Because I know now that if my government was to, you know, do treasonous acts, I know that my monarchy has the power to dissolve that government and be like, no, 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 no. And I think for the first time in like history, Paula, we are hearing people call for this. Okay, we're also seeing some people asking Donald Trump to buy England, but we'll leave that to one side. But let's just for a second go over a few things, okay? Because let's talk hypothetically about a country with a monarchy and the justification for the monarchy to dissolve the government based off of what I'm going to showcase as treason, okay? Because I believe the minute that we get involved in a timeline where a government is putting non-sovereign members of their country before the members of that country, okay, I believe that in itself is treason, okay? When we have seen this slow movement of certain individuals into Australia, into France, into the UK, into the US, all of this, and there seems to be a certain demographic, an age group, if you will, of the individual that's coming across, because I'm seeing a lot of people being fooled by the news. Now, I'm not necessarily saying our own viewers, but we live in a world now where there are people in England being arrested for putting up the English flag and putting up the Union Jack because they're being declared as racists, and the flags themselves are being declared as symbols of racism to some people who've come to this country. Now, I'm Scottish, right? And I've been up for the last 40 odd years of my life. I've been one of those Scottish people that's like, let's just chisel ourselves off from England, push ourselves out to sea up towards Iceland. Great. You know, I've been the guy that only watches sports if it's Scotland versus England. Do you see what I mean? Like, I've been heavily involved in the social banter of one day we'll all meet in a field and massacre each other and Scotland will finally win one time. Okay? That kind of mindset. But now I'm finding myself being gravitated to the Union Jack and the pride that I never knew was there in parts of the country I never really cared about. Okay? And you got to understand, it takes a lot for that to happen in me.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, Ron.
When I see a proper stereotypical Englishman, oh, I'm England, no, I'm saying it, like that level of dude who is being questioned by police for putting up a flag of his own country, how is this not a shift in an entire nation's ability to not only be proud of itself, but to display itself, represent itself, and being held accountable for individuals' actions 200, 300, 400 years ago? I can't imagine there's many places in the world that didn't see big wooden boats heading towards their shores with Union Jacks on them at some point. We were kind of rascals for getting out and about on those boats and just being like, mine, mine, mine. Do you know what I mean? But it just, Charles, we're going to get to this. So Charles was a couple of months ago making a speech about how we need to be more sympathetic towards Islam and how we need to embrace it in this country. Now, if what he had done was went on a religious tour of all of the religions of his nation, right? The major religions of his nation, I would have been like, fair dues. Okay, he's being like, hey, everyone should accommodate everyone. I'd get that. But he never. It was very much directed at this one particular faith. Now, call me a skeptic, but if you want to get into a country for a free holiday, for getting up to no good, for whatever, right? There is Instagram accounts of individuals from Pakistan who've made it to the UK, who are posting on Instagram accounts of them living in hotels, and prior to them arriving in the UK, their Instagram posts were them inside Land Rovers, mercs, holding guns, money, all of this stuff. Now, please don't underestimate the sheer amount of people that have been annoyed over the years by the UK, over the last 1,000 years. And I'm sorry, but there is nothing short of a silent invasion going on right now. And it's going to be a barbaric invasion. It's not going to be tactical. It's not going to be pew-pews. It's going to be a lot of cars going down pavements and kitchen objects being used on people. And then this mass hysteria, this mass event will be brought under control by the government. People will be begging for safety. Then we'll be saved from this invasion, but it will come at a cost. There's a march taking place on the 13th in this country to completely stand against all of the, what I like to now call them for algorithmic reasons, French tourists that are coming over and
taking over.
Stalmer, we're now seeing people being evicted from their homes. We're seeing individuals being put second to another nation's people, and I can't sit here and not say that it's. I can't not talk about it. Well, I've got to talk about it very carefully, especially on this channel. But Paula, in this time of turmoil, where allegedly we could have 1.5 million people protesting in less than a week's time for the government to cease to exist, for a vote to be put into place for a new government now who's going to listen to the people. Do you think you have ever seen a time more warranted of the king stepping in? And I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna, and I'm not asking you to answer if he will, but have you ever seen a time where you could see it happening more than this? Because people are asking. I'm seeing people asking for it, and I wouldn't know what the hell they were talking about if it wasn't for you. So I wanted to talk about it.
Then what? Go back to where it was before.
Sorry, Letitia?
Let's say have it for a moment and then have it go back to the way it was before.
No. If you're asking me what I would do, I'd have Charles step in, vaporize the government, put everyone in prison that's currently in power, then have a quick party, cheeky little bank holiday, right? Cheeky bank holiday, long weekend for everybody, big street party, then following week, bang, straight into a general election, whap up. And you know what as well? Let's just get rid of the mayor of London as well. He's off his nut. Let's give it to that wee SES guy. Let's give Beardy a chance. Give Beardy a chance. That's what I say.
You think they're going to try to do it where we coexist together?
Who's we?
Everyone that's coming and taking stuff.
No, there's no coexisting. There's everyone leaves. If you're here illegally, time to go.
Yeah.
End of story. Do you know how Poland are dealing with it? If you come across their border and don't have the correct papers, they shoot you. Brilliant. Shoot you. Yeah, they just shoot you. And if you make it across, there's no keeping you. They just send you back across if they haven't shot you. There's no dealing with you and sending you home from Poland. They just shove you back over the fence and tell you to come back the way you came.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. How about if we all know what Walmart is, right? If anyone on this panel was to go to Walmart when Walmart is closed and gained entry to Walmart at a time where it says this is not the appropriate way for you to enter the store, you're going to go to jail. So if we can just apply the basics of Walmart security to our own countries, nailed it. Nailed it, mate. You nailed it. It's crazy. So anyway, there's no coexisting. The people that are here legally, this does not refer to you. The poor mothers and they're like 5-year-old kids that are refugees and genuinely need asylum, this does not apply to you in the slightest. And I tell you something else, Poland, the country I was talking about, I think they took in something like 50,000 Ukrainian refugees, had an infrastructure and jobs set up for everyone, and they have now integrated into Poland and are all contributing. There's no crime. There's no, R-worders getting into these countries. There's no illegal crime taking place because there's no illegals. All right, Paula.
Well, the Queen dissolved Parliament, I think if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 12 times.
Sweet.
the dissolution of parliament is always done at the request of the prime minister. So if Stammer is not behaving well, he of course doesn't want to leave. Who wants to say fire me?
Yeah.
But what the monarch can do is basically refuse to give royal assent, because if the monarch does not give the royal assent, that's when, when they sign off the bills. In order for the bills to become law, after they've passed parliament, they get sent to the monarch, which usually is merely a formality. But the monarch has the power to refuse to assent, give his assent to any bills. And therefore, that would trigger the government to resign. But I don't see King Charles doing it. The Queen had ovaries of steel. But I mean, for example, I think that with Cameron, what's the name of the last prime minister is Cameron. Like he asked her, but that was merely a formality. I mean, it was the whole parliament who sent them over, and she dissolved parliament.
You got to remember something, Paula. We're dealing with a highly triggered UK government. Okay, like we are. Listen. I'll be going to be honest with you. You have no idea what we are capable of in big groups when we egg each other on in this country.
No,
if there's 500,000 of us, if we're outside the palace and there's 500,000 of us, the collective, they can't take us all out. It's so integrated into us. Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand that, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, maybe I'm reading you wrong, but I think you're confusing the public's disappointment with the parliament's disappointment. Because trust me, if members of parliament were angry and exasperated and they were the majority, they would have already asked for pushed the prime minister to dissolve parliament.
Oh yeah, I definitely think there's something going on involving the monarchy and the government, just to be clear. But never has there been a time where I can see the population of this nation boiling over.
The problem you have, the problem you have is that I believe that Charles had made so many deals in order to get what he wanted, which is Camilla to become queen. He has made so many shady deals with so many members of parliament that they own him.
I don't know. I'll tell you what.
Did you know, for example, I'll just give you one example. I'll just give you one example. Because let me just finish with this. If Charles, for example, his how he became a crown, you know that the monarchy, when the queen died, does not automatically goes to the next in the line of succession. It's parliament who decides who the thrones goes to. Correctly, it would have been legally, it would have been to William, because Charles disqualified himself from the moment that he signed that marriage certificate and the civil registry.
So basically, the whole possibility of being saved by Charles is kind of out the window then.
No, absolutely, because he signed deals with the devil, and did you know that the deals that he made with members of parliament in order to be able to get married in a civil ceremony and ascend the throne have been sealed for 65 years?
We're kind of screwed.
Because you see, what happens is when Charles signed that civil registry, when he got married in the civil registry, not only did he get himself disqualified, but William and Harry. But this is why the lords at the House of Lords were saying we should write some form of article and amend Article 45 of the Marriages Act, which was never repealed in regards to the Royal Marriages Act.
See,
and everybody just ignored it. But they didn't want to do anything against William and Harry because of Princess Diana, because people would have been outraged if William and Harry got removed from the line of succession because of their father's
situation.
So because to this day, Princess Diana, 28 years after her death, people know she's still the most iconic person in the world, in my very humble opinion.
Yeah, she is. But look, I know what you're saying, Lee, about dissolving parliament won't stop the boats. But having a new parliament and a new government that understands that if you just get a bunch of Duke of Edinburgh kids on dinghies with long poles with pointy sticks on the end of them, do you know what I'm saying, and send them all out, make it part of the Duke of Edinburgh. Do you know what I'm saying? Get the Boy Scouts out there, give them a badge. you know what I'm saying? Pop a raft, get a badge, nailed it. All you need is a big pointy stick. Do you know what I'm saying?
You remember one live we did one time? I think it was about a year and a half ago. I remember that we were protesting something, and I said to you, if the entire United Kingdom went on strike for just 1-2 days, the entire United Kingdom.
Well,
you hit them where it hurts. Where does it hurt?
Do you know what, Paula? Do you know what? A couple of small towns in the UK have went full Paula M this week. And they've announced they're no longer going to be paying their TV license or their council tax until all of the French tourist situation is dealt with. Because you got to understand, there's small towns in Scotland and England and all over the UK where you've maybe got a population of 1,600 people, right? But they're major tourist event places because they're beautiful, they're coastal or whatever. So they have the capacity to house half of their population in tourists in hotels that have had all of the hotels taken over by French tourists. So imagine waking up one day and your entire town is now, for the next 7 years, got 50% extra people in it that are from a completely different culture. They've went a bit bonkers and they ain't paying nothing. And it's fascinating.
Well, that's happened here in Texas. Like, there's this small town called Flower Mound, and it used to be predominantly white and blacks, but they are no longer, they have been taken over by the Europeans. And so when I say taken over, I mean they have moved, people have moved out and they have moved in. And for like their grocery stores.
It's quite ironic that Texas is saying that, though, right? You can see the irony in what you're saying, right? You can the whole irony of people coming to your town in Texas and kicking you off your land in Texas, right? You can. I've watched a lot of 1883. Have you seen that show 1883? I've got a newfound respect for the pioneers. I've got a newfound respect.
I recommended that show to you.
I go right into their restaurants and right into where they're at and hang out with them very people.
Like, all I'm saying is I've got a newfound respect for those Americans who are like, this is my granddaddy's land. Do you know what his granddaddy had to do to get that land? Do you know? You know what happened? Because I've seen it.
People who actually
nothing good, mate. Nothing. 200 of you leave from one side of America, then 4 of you arrive on the other side, right? And those 196, nothing good. No quick deaths at all. And if you're going through winter, see you toes. See you later, mate. So, I mean,
Flower Mound.
We kind of have to put aside the absolute genocide, the genocide and the atrocities. I will acknowledge, but I'm just watching a TV show. Okay, just so you know. But it was wild, man. If you've not seen 1883 and 1923, go watch that.
I recommended that to you a long time ago. Are you telling me that you just got around to seeing it?
Aligned. I've watched it. I've watched both of them, man. I tell you something. No, it's just don't watch it expecting a happy ending at any point. But I will say this: 2 of the most epic love stories ever playing out. So it's awesome. Anyway, so the whole thing with the king, me hoping that he could step in and save us. I just wanted to get a reality check there. But for me, this is all about keeping kids and women safe, okay? Because the amount of horrific atrocities that have taken place by people who shouldn't be here. Now, I'm not saying they're the only people doing these atrocities. Right. The point is, if people who are not meant to be here weren't here, these things would not happen. Or are you saying that the 14-year-old girl was destined to be R-worded on that day regardless? Okay? Because we are now seeing propaganda by the government and the mainstream media against a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old girl in Dundee in Scotland being now accused that they were chasing this individual with a knife and a hatchet. Well, I'm sorry. Anyone who knows anything about filming or fear or human nature, if I'm filming and walking towards you and you're going backwards saying, get away from me, getting away from me, there's a good chance I'm the aggressor in that scenario and not the young girl who then subsequently whipped out a machete and a hatchet. Big shout out to her.
Was not from your country.
He was a French tourist, correct.
Wow.
Correct. And I just want to point out, we have had I think it's three to four people a day being jailed, not charged, but jailed with social media posts in this country. We have got individuals who are being arrested for saying the word bacon.
Bacon?
Yep. Do you know, I can't even believe that this is a real thing, right?
I love bacon.
So we've got an ongoing joke here now. We've got an ongoing joke now in this country that basically eating a bacon roll and displaying the flag of your own country will get you put in jail. So here we go. Arrested for bacon in Britain, jailed for a Facebook post in Dearborn. Sharia double standards are silencing the West. Basically, this guy just posted on his Facebook that we love bacon. Arrested, straight to jail. See you later, pal. Gonzo.
Oh my God, you guys.
Yeah, there was another 19-year-old kid who was at a protest outside of one of these hotels. Said we love bacon. Arrested. It's mad. It's mad.
You don't have freedom of speech.
Oh no, we're done. We're cooked. 100% cooked. At least you're armed. Okay. At least you're armed. Like over here, we've just got harsh language and wheelie bins.
You don't want to be armed.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I will say this: there's a lot of mosques, a lot of businesses who are founded in the UK by individuals who are part of this the more modernized version of the extreme version of this religion, who have been putting up Union Jacks, who stand by the fact that they're proud to be part of Britain and all of this. And it's important that we all understand this has got nothing to do with race or religion. It's just got to do with your paperwork on how you got into the venue. Okay? I want to see basically the same thing as if you were going to go on a budget holiday. Let's just apply the same thing. Okay?
That's not happening here, though. Here it's a little different. You can have your paperwork and your stuff going on and still be arrested.
No. What I'm talking about is to gain entry, Letitia.
Yeah.
To gain entry to the country. That's basically my point.
But what about being already in here?
Well, I don't know what you mean. If you're already in here and you got here in a way that you shouldn't have got here in that way, then criminal. Right.
Got it.
Okay, I've had my rant. I don't want to take up too much more time. But hey, look. Check it out. Check it out. New money. Look at the we got the old king on the notes here. But keep in mind though, in the UK, they're trying to pass legislation that if you take out more than £200 a week in cash from a cash point, you go on a government list that you need to be looked into as to why you need cash.
What?
No. Oh, welcome, Lady Letitia. Welcome, Lady Letitia. So I guarantee you, on Sunday, we're going to talk about the Stalmer's new suggestion for a web-based or a app-based national ID system for everyone in the UK, a lot like China. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a lot about these things on Sunday because I've always said for the whole time I've been on YouTube, see all of these things? They're not bad ideas. It's just the absolute moron, fascist, New World Order maniacs that run the world are be the ones that are in control of it all. Be terrible. Be way simpler if my phone was my passport, my medical records, my wallet, my door key, absolutely freaking everything. But sadly, the people would not treat that right and use it to enslave us all, which kind of sucks. Do you know what I'm saying? Because lightsabers and that. You know what I'm saying? That would be the thing after that. I'm just saying. Okay, so Paula, let's turn this to the Meghan Markle and
I have something for you. I just did my video about it.
Okay,
but Meghan Markle posted on September 2nd, if I remember correctly, she posted a birthday.
Happy
a birthday post for her mom, a video, right? And it looked familiar, and it was driving me insane. It was driving me insane.
I watched her video today.
She posted a video,
Boomerang.
a little clip to let me show it to you one second. I'm showing you something there, but let me show you something here.
Yeah, no problem.
No, I'm going to show you this so you can show it, because she showed it herself on Instagram, but in stories, not on a permanent post.
It's an old picture.
Yeah. Here, I'm sharing it with you, Ron.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if that crazy person in the street was still there. Where are we?
So that's what Meghan Markle posted, right?
Oh, okay. Birthday. It was her mom's birthday. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, for her mom's birthday. But that picture was driving me insane, Ron, because I'd seen it before. I knew I'd seen it before, and because I did a video about Doria. You know, I've done so many videos about Doria, right?
Yep.
So sorry.
What's her mom's birthday?
So it was. So if you can show this, if you can show, I'm now showing something else. This is from 2018, May 9th, 2018, right? This is Dressed Like a Duchess, celebrating Mother's Day with Meghan Markle. I showed this in one of my videos because I was talking how Doria had been absent from her life, right?
I saw that.
So this is celebrating Mother's Day with Meghan Markle. She started merching way back then because this was with her input, right? So she was getting a cut.
Okay.
So then we have, make no mistake, Meghan Markle is a mama's girl, sharing an incredibly close bond and friendship. Meghan has long been a doting daughter to mother and BFF Doria Ragland. And guess what picture there is?
The same one, right?
Yep.
It's her old nose.
Couldn't she? This absolutely shows to me that Doria has left the building.
Are you
telling me?
You could argue that there's no mother-daughter connection material since there.
No picture.
You could argue that. I'll give you that, Paula. Yep. Continue with your.
Are you seriously telling me? Oh, because it gets worse. Okay. And when I did that, I was going to do a video and then Tumi Yuki, she came up. I thought it was from 2018. It turns out that it was way from before that, Ron. Let me get rid of that.
Holy moly.
And then I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you this image so you can watch it, because this was an Instagram post or a Twitter, when it was Twitter, that Rachel Meghan.
I'm getting the soundboard ready.
Where the hell is it?
You got this, Paula. At this point, everyone, like and subscribe. Please do share. Big shout out to everyone who is joining us this evening. Thank you for coming and joining us. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Lots more to come.
Here.
I'm live on my channel at 9:30 this evening, giving an update on Julie. I got a letter from her and some bits and bobs that she would like me to update you with. Then we're going to sit and have a little chat, and then we're going to do some midweek melters and possibly play some games and not just get up to some shenanigans. Because it's
okay, I'm going to show you the file. So this was an Instagram post that somebody screenshot, and this is from 2016. It's not even from 2018. It's from 2016.
All right.
I'm sharing it right now, so you can share it. Meghan Markle, no filter, just happiness with my mama bear. Home sweet home. This was May 23rd, 2016.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, we've all sort of done lazy posts where we're like, oh, God damn it, I better get a post off his mom's birthday.
I disagree. What do you guys think? I mean, Heather
okay, because I take a lot of pictures with my mom and stuff. So she came over this weekend, and like, I probably didn't get a picture of her, but I would just pick the latest one.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You would think as somebody with social media presence that's quite massive, like Meghan Markle, right? You would be. It's kind of like wearing the same outfit twice, right? That sort of cliche, if you will. But at the same time,
that's exactly the same picture.
To be honest, I could quite happily say, hey, you know, she's just not had another moment with her mum. I could quite easily say her mum's disappeared. I don't even know that our kids are real. So I don't even know.
Her mom was with her on Netflix, and she keeps talking about her mama bear, how her mother, I think.
What do you think her mom has gone?
The mother, there was an article, Heather. Remember that article, Heather? When Doria said that Doria had left the mansion? What grandmother leaves the mansion with your two grandchildren?
There's no grandchildren. Plot twist.
So you think they mad at each other, or they're not talking to each other?
This is my opinion. Sorry. This is my opinion. You remember when she made the video with the custard and Doria did not go, it's so good. No, you got to dig deeper and get the passion fruit or wherever the hell was on the bottom. And she's like, yeah, it's all right. After that, she was gone, like gone.
Straight to
Like
jail.
put her on a
Yeah.
milk carton, she's
Straight to
gone.
jail. Yeah, I can see that 100%.
I
So she
remember
didn't go
that.
with the
That was
script.
the
She didn't go, oh my God, Meghan, this is amazing. How do you do this? How do you just get up
this
every
was
morning
good.
and be yourself? Right? No, gone to the tower. Bye.
I mean,
you're never going to see that woman ever again.
And in that Netflix, the Netflix series or whatever, in the last episode, I did a video commenting how very little of Doria there was. And it was at the very end. There was little interaction with her and Meghan. If anything, Meghan's friends were the one being very warm towards Doria. But with Meghan and Doria, very little interaction. But I think Meghan's only people that are still supporting her are the Black community, unfortunately. So she has to pay homage to that and show that her Black card credential that she's still cool with her mom.
Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, that's right.
Do you think that something more substantial is going to come out that these two are not vibing? Like,
can you prove that at this point Doria isn't just a hand puppet?
Right.
To Meghan Markle. I've seen Meghan Markle walking through the goddamn countryside with a baby like fishing lined to her body. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen this woman unable to make toast. I've seen this woman try and market dried flowers. Like what weird business deal did she think she was getting into where she's ended up with like 14 tons of dried flowers and now has to try and get shot of them? Dumbass.
They're still talking about them flowers.
I still think Harry thought he was ordering a different kind of flower online, one that you can smoke, and that's what turned up. And then Meghan was forced into doing a business. Oh, wait, did your jam arrive, Lady Letitia? Your marmalade?
Let me just check.
Why have you not checked? Because I guess when you have 9 pillars in your living room, you don't check your mail right away, right? I'm just saying.
Something's been going on with them for a while because when I watched all that crap and listened to all the podcasts, I'm insane. I fully understand this. So she was talking with Beyonce's mom, and that's when Beyonce was doing her tour, and they were having, right? And Meg says, oh, my mom went the other night and didn't even tell me. So she didn't even tell Megsy that she was going, didn't invite her to go. Everyone had already seen it. And Megs is like, well, I haven't gone yet and had no one to go with, I guess. And she's like,
oh, Heather, you still there? Heather's frozen. Is that the
very interesting too? Because like Harry has said, Meghan just literally exposed these children because she posted GB Soccer School. That is a school that's in Los Angeles. That's not even in Montecito. So she basically outed her son's school, and that is supposed to be Archie and Lily. Of course, and what you're going to see later on, I'm going to show you another picture, is a Lily with a different height. Because, this is supposed to have been last year when Lily was 3 years of age, right?
Just go full Murder, She Wrote in their ass, Paula.
Look at this. Why are we looking at the back of these babies' heads?
No, but
I'm beginning to think they both have a rare disorder where this is the front of their face. This is their kids actually facing us, but they have a weird disorder that's what their faces is.
Harry just issued 3 demands to meet King Charles, and that's that Meghan Markle be addressed as HRH, that everybody curtsy to her, and that the palace take over their communications and their PR.
I would do the same.
Hate the palace? Didn't Harry hate the palace because the palace is so sneaky? And third, the security of his children. They keep it in secrecy. So why is she showcasing her son's school? This is a school camp, and this is like in Los Angeles. This is not in Montecito. On a good driving day, we're talking about 2.5 hours one way and 2.5 hours the other way. There is no way that Meghan Markle with her afro hair and Harry, who's not straight hair really, they're both ginger. Because afro hair is a very strong thing. And look at this. Now this is supposed to be the same Lily, but I don't know how old she is there because she looks like a 6-year-old kid. It's a completely different hair, different everything.
Yeah, she look at least 5.
At the very least. And then she is with Harry, but this is not a recent picture. People would be very shocked to know.
A rag doll.
And there she has Archie again with a different, you know, like this is Ashley, Samantha Markle's daughter.
Yeah, the makeup
Wait a minute.
artist.
Really? I just got through talking about her today. How she
that's Ashley.
So, oh, Paula, wait, time out. Red alert, go back. So are you saying that Ashley was in one of her S Ever shows?
No, I don't think she was there, but she was around. This is her.
Like, was she there for the
I don't know where the problem with Meghan Markle is you don't know if this was played. I don't even think that this is Archie, to tell you the truth.
1 second, Maria, what point, Maria, are you referring to? I'm assuming you're having a conversation in the side chat. Let me know the point you're talking about, Maria, please. On you go, ladies.
Because I'm going to show you. You can see that Meghan has that very white kid, right? But we've seen Harry with Archie and Archie looks completely different. You know what I mean?
See a picture of
Ashley. They look different in every goddamn picture. Every single time.
No. I mean, seriously. No, Ron. I mean, seriously different. Here is the one.
Yeah.
You're gonna see here. You're gonna see Harry. You're gonna see that. By the way, this is Eugenie's son. I know this for a fact. That's Eugenie's son when she was visiting, Princess Eugenie's son. That's supposed to be one kid, but I don't know whose kid that's supposed to be.
Paula,
that's supposed to be Lily.
Samsara Sunset. Samsara Sunset. Thank you very much, then.
But I want to show you something who Archie's supposed to be. See how white this kid is? That's supposed to be Archie and Lily. That's supposed to be Harry and Archie. It's supposed to be Archie. Look at his hair, how dark and everything is. But you're going to see something here. This is actually on the first Netflix thing. Ashley is there. You'll see her walking by. That's supposed to be Harry. This is with Princess Eugenie's son. But let's go. You're going to see who this is supposed to, but that, you see how different this kid is?
I didn't see Ashley.
So just so everybody knows, Paula and I'm not going to speak for Paula, but I genuinely believe, after knowing Paula for so long, that the most suspicious thing about Meghan and Harry are these two kids, not just the pregnancies. So let's, first of all, I do not believe that Meghan Markle was pregnant. Okay.
Neither do I.
I'm not saying it wasn't Harry and Meghan's DNA, or however it is that they do with making babies and with people that don't have babies. Insert your own opinion here. But for whatever reason, that goes against basically everything that the Crown has. It's got to be, it's old stuff that it makes up how you have to have royal children and all of this. And I don't know why they're so sus about it. I don't know why they're so secretive. And you've got to understand, the UK is very much a nation of people who are like, oh, the royal kids, adorable. That's adorable. Because we're used to seeing the royal kids being raised in the public eye. Does that make sense?
But they have to also, because they have, in order to be included in the line of succession,
yeah,
they have to, there can be no doubt of.
Yeah, all of Paula's stuff as well. Paula's got Paula let us all know that hundreds of years ago, if it was Meghan and Harry would have to give birth in front of a bunch of witnesses. Makes sense. Makes sense because of, the history of castles and kingdoms and all that stuff. Doesn't really work that way now. It's signatures and doctors and blah, blah, blah. But that was even sus. There's nothing about any of the pregnancies that makes any sense. Why does that matter, Ron? Well, Ron lives in a world where there's a definite possibility that for some reason, Prince William, his missus, all of their kids get on a plane with Charles and Camilla, and for some reason, it just vanishes. Nothing bad happens. It just vanishes. Bermuda Triangle stuff. And now Harry and Meghan are king and queen, right? I'm just saying, these are the things that go through my brain. And then for a fact, Harry's getting taken out. And then we've got Overlord Markle. The Overlord Markle raising her two faceless children. And mental, mate.
She's the queen. But if you share the picture that I'm showing you, if you show the picture that I'm showing you,
she's the queen.
That kid does look, if Meghan were to have a child, that's the kid that it would look like, because he has like afro hair, very curly hair. It doesn't look anything. That's Harry supposed to be reading to Archie.
That looks like Harry's son.
I'll be honest, that just looks like generic kid.
No, it doesn't look anything like the ones that she's trying to portray now.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I'm a Paula M fan. I'm a Paula M fan, so I'll play along, right? But in like forensic photography detective work, right? We can't go off of the one image of the front of those kids' faces from that one video where I'm pretty sure it's that other woman's kids that are in the video.
Yeah, but if you look at this picture, are you sharing the picture, Ron? Okay, I'm going to show you this. Look how different this kid is. Look how different this kid is from the one that Meghan. See, look at the hair color. Look at everything.
Yeah.
It's completely different than the one that Meghan Markle. Look how curly the hair is.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I've had kids who've been born with proper mad dark hair, and then it's lightened up. My hair goes.
No, wait a minute, Ron. You have a problem.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just being
no. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. It has nothing to do with me being wrong or right. But she portrayed Archie as being completely bald when he was born.
I'm just saying, Paul.
Well, Cheryl was bald. My baby was bald.
Mine wasn't.
She got hair, and then she went bald.
Yeah, no one believes you, Paula, when you say it doesn't matter to you if you're wrong or right. Okay, first of all,
I really don't care. I really don't care.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would just love, I really don't care. But for people to say that this is the same little boy as the very pale one that you see that Meghan portrays with really straight hair now, it's not the same kid.
See,
I'm going
to show you something. Are you telling me, okay, this is Meghan Markle's idea?
Listen, no, before you go on, right? So let me just get Heather back in as well. So I'm agreeing with Paula based off the fact that I do not believe for a second that the kids have ever been on camera facing the camera. Maybe sometimes we've had the back of the head shot. Personally, I think it's more, I don't know what's going on with their kids. Okay. But I'm very, very suspicious, and it's very, very peculiar. Even from my mum's a crazy biatch, money hungry mother fudger, like her peak time to capitalize on those kids financially in the media has long gone, and I don't know what's going on, and it does concern me because.
You're right.
Okay, look at this, Ron. I just want to show you this. Do you see this is supposed to be Lilibet, right? Look how big she is compared to Archie. And she's supposed to have been there like 2.5 years of age, and Archie is supposed to have been like 5.
Yeah.
She is actually, when you see this thing, she's like, if the legs still go on. Okay.
Like, all I'm saying is we've had multiple Netflix shows. We've had multiple shows of, cooking, family, all this absolute nonsense marketing nonsense. Where are the kids? Where's Meghan at home with her kids showing us how to bake as a family? Where is the demonstration of the family unit projected? You know what I'm saying? Does that mean you're saying that she has to put her kids on camera? No. You know what I'm saying? Just there's ways of doing things that we can get some freaking answers finally, and you can be like, well, Ron, is it any of your business? Yes. But you know why? Because this whole them leaving the monarchy is a lot of nonsense. It's nonsense. Okay,
but people don't understand that there's a reason.
I'm one of your disciples. You need to let me rant. Like,
I want to hear what you got to say.
This is all from the school of Paula. This is not how I would have thought years ago. And Paula might not agree with me, but these two have never left the royal family. These two have been used as pawns for whatever reason, whether it's the complete and utter role plays of going around and representing the monarchy in various countries to sign deals and all the rest of it. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Then you had that whole Colombia thing. What, mate? We're just going to nip over a Are ya? Just nipping over a Colombia. Right? All of it. And for me, when you go to a country, then a week later, there is billions in aid deals signed. Okay? You can't tell me that you've not went over there to rub shoulders with people and to secure contracts. You can tell me that that's far-fetched all you want. Do you know what's far-fetched? Thinking that Harry's going to just be like, I don't want to be a prince anymore for Meghan Markle.
He did do that.
No, I don't think they've ever left. Harry just seen the opportunity. Harry is like one of those Amish kids that gets that opportunity to go see the real world. Right? He just went, okay, sweet. He looked at me because at that time he was besotted with Meghan. He's looked at Meghan, remembered what she's allowed him to do that whole weekend. He was out his nuts in the palace, and he's like getting off the leash and going a bit spring brink gone wild. And then it all just went horribly wrong. Because I think the people that are more involved in this are Meghan and the king rather than his son. I think she is. Tell you what, if I was writing this on Netflix, I swear to God, I really hope for some act of God that Camilla gets pregnant. Right? Right? Could you imagine? Because then that would be the next king. If she had a son, that would be the next king.
Or daughter?
No, it would have no. It wouldn't be. It can't play out as a daughter. It's got to be a king. Oh, I want a mad Camilla, a widowed mad Camilla with her boy king. And could you imagine, right? Could you imagine the final boss battle between Camilla and Meghan Markle? Just like, whoa, creative up there. But yeah, Camilla.
The thing is, I mean. You know, like, you know that about the visa thing, huh?
Sure.
No, what's going on with that?
Let's go on.
I'm going to show you.
Ron was on a rant about Godzilla battles between Meghan and Thingy there. So thank you for putting up with my ADHD, everybody. Appreciate it.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. The sound effects were the best part, I do believe. That's I'm going to stick with that.
Are you reading this, Ron?
His visa. I thought Donald Trump wasn't concerned.
Okay. This is Prince Harry. Apparently, Trump. They found the Heritage Foundation. They found somewhere in the back of some other.
Joyce. That's what makes it even more impressive.
Or whatever. They found that Harry May has unearthed new documents suggesting that Harry is in possession of a so-called golden ticket visa in the form of a.
Of course, he has
one head of state.
It's called his birth certificate. If your birth certificate says King of the United Kingdom, you've got to understand. Please understand. The British Empire owned the world. When we handed everything back, do you really think that we handed it back without a 4 million page terms, like one of those things you've got to click when you sign up for something? Because I'm telling you now, any country that had anything to do with the royals that doesn't now, there is legislation, there is laws that we peasants don't know about that supersedes even the highest people in the legal systems needing to know of their existence. We're talking about princes. We're talking about the empire. I'm telling you, man, it sounds far-fetched, but explain it any other way. Explain it any other way.
You know what? I do disagree with this, though, Ron, with this article. I don't believe that he's on an A1 visa. I believe that he used to be on an A1 visa because A1 visas are only for 90 days.
Yeah, and A1 visa. Huh? He's on suck your mum. My dad's the king. I'm coming into your country. That's what he's on. There's no apply.
The only one who could have given him that was Trump because he came under the Trump administration.
Doesn't matter.
He's on I don't give a damn visa.
No. It does matter. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why it matters, Ron. Okay, no.
Paula,
let me tell you why it matters.
Any more golf courses? If he wants more golf courses here, Paula, he'll do as he's told.
Exactly. Let me tell you why it matters. Okay. If you go into the United States and an A1 visa from the United Kingdom, it means, number one, that the UK government requested that visa on your behalf. You can't, like a regular person, just go up to the U.S. Embassy demanding an A1 visa. That is your government that does that for you.
Okay.
Number two, if Harry is on an A1 visa, that means that he's being subsidized by the taxpayers because you only have an A1 visa when you go to the United States on a government job. Let me give you an example. The brother of Denmark, of the King of Denmark, he went to see Harry at Invictus. He's currently working. He is currently a diplomat at the Washington.
What country did you say, Paula?
Pardon me?
Who you said?
Denmark. Denmark. Yeah, the brother of the King of Denmark is working at the Danish embassy in Washington, and he went and you know this is a bit controversial because his mother removed the titles from his kids, and it was a big stink that he made. Oh, you taking the prince and princess titles away from my kids. Queen Margrethe, before she stepped down, that she did that, and everybody was saying to Charles, why didn't you do that? Why aren't you cleaning the slate for William?
No, no.
So,
any royal person that takes away the titles from their kids for no reason, you are a total piece of crap.
Shame.
No. I think that the Queen Margrethe was really great to do that, because
they've done something like
because she said they don't live in they don't live in Denmark. They're already grown-up kids. They're exploiting the title. The prince and princess title should be for people living in the United States.
I should be allowed to exploit the title.
Nope.
Hell yeah, I should.
But anyway, so for example, in the A1 visa, it's only issued maximum 90 days. But anybody with an A1 visa is taxpayer funding, because it's a work government employee. So as such, you have every right to ask the United Kingdom for if Harry is or not in the U.S. in an A1 visa, because that Harry can't do any jobs.
I don't think
you're in an A1 visa. You can't do any jobs. You cannot do any jobs. You cannot do charity. You cannot do anything.
I do not believe he's on the A1 visa.
He's been here long enough to the point. He's been here 5 years. So at some point he can start working under his.
No, he can't. Not if you're in an A1 visa. In an A1 visa, it has a maximum duration of 90 days. You go and just in representation of the country. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you.
Got some sort of crazy diplomatic / son of the king.
No. Like here.
Like after the 90-day fiancé, they have to hurry up and get married.
Here.
Those both have the word 90 in them, Letitia. Well done. High five for the 90-day fiancé, my G.
Okay, guys. It says here, to qualify for an A1 or A2 visa, you must be traveling to the United States on behalf of your national government to engage solely in official activities for that government. Harry wouldn't be in California. He would be in Washington. The specific duties or services that will be performed must be governmental.
Hang on. You must be traveling to the United States on behalf of your national government to engage solely in official activities for that government.
California.
Do you think that applies if you're using America as the location you're going to be traveling outward from?
No. What do you mean traveling outward from? He's coming from the kingdom. He's not a U.S. citizen, Ron.
Think about all of the places they've left the USA to go to.
Yeah, but still, if Harry isn't, what's your
argument here? What's your argument?
Because none of us believe he's on an A1 visa. Then everybody in the United Kingdom has a right to know, because it would be there funded by the taxpayers, and therefore your government has to answer. Did you know that all the lists for diplomats?
I'll be honest with you. We're currently paying about £3 billion in everything to do with French tourists right now. I would love if Harry and Meghan were out there spending a few million on themselves, having a good time, because that's money better spent, in my humble opinion.
I really don't think Donald Trump.
You know what? Lady Mariah 66 has a great point. Even Catherine and William's kids have brown and Charlotte has green, which is dominant. You see Prince William's hair, he also has the ginger gene. Just because he's in ginger himself, it doesn't mean he doesn't have the ginger gene, because his mother had ginger in her.
Look, can I just say this? William and Catherine's kids look like little royal kids, right?
They do.
They look like quintessential English children, right? So, do you think, now, listen, this is a podcast. We've got to ask the questions.
They look like real royal
do you think that Meghan's kids look a bit mad, right? And she's like, oh no, I can't show off my pure boss-eyed children. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because she is that sort of a woman.
She would be like that. She would be embarrassed or
have you seen the Island Boys kid? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
But
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, she's shame of her kids. She's shame of her father. She's shame of her family.
Hell yeah, Lady Letitia. Hell yeah. Also, do you keep hitting a bell, or am I having a stroke?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Not today, stroke. Not today.
The thing is though that I believe that it doesn't really matter. Meghan Markle, Harry's children are pretty much the only children in the history of the monarchy who are not verified to be in the line of succession.
Who are we going to tell that to, Paula?
Well, we're talking about everybody, because before, as I said,
instead of who we're going to tell that to, remind us why that's important, Paula.
Why? Because again,
important.
children who are born in the line of succession need to be verified, because it has constitutional consequences.
Yeah, what
as you said, like Harry and Meghan right now. If anything were to happen, knock on wood, to Prince William's children, the next up in line is Harry and Meghan's. So, and the whole point is that all the children, the marriage, the Succession Act says that there have to be 4 requirements met in order for children to be in the line of succession. One, that the union is between a man and a woman. As far as we know, Meghan's still a woman that we know of. 2, be married in the Church of England ceremony.
Right.
3, be conceived naturally.
Right.
Okay, so that's the major point, right? Now,
And 4, coming from the mother's body. And this is why it has to be doctors witnessing and provide that proof to the public, because there can be no doubt in the public's mind that those requirements are met.
What do you mean?
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? See, when they take the sperm and the egg, right, and then they smash it together in that dish, and then they pop it inside a surrogate, right? Does that baby have any of the surrogate mum DNA at all?
No,
none at all. It doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't work like that.
I looked at it. They can have some traits.
They can have some traits.
Have some traits.
I don't mean traits, because I just wonder, and call me cynical, in a world where some mad deal's been done with I don't know, let's say a Dubai prince, and there's been a whole bunch of things done behind the scenes where there's partial now royal connection with some of the French tourist sort of faith, and we're going to see a whole debacle happen. I don't know. I'm not cynical. I'm just saying. I'm just a guy on the internet talking. All right. And his name is John C. Just talking on the internet, like and share.
But it is like for and don't forget that Charles has a fertility clinic.
He's got a clinic.
Yeah, he owns a fertility clinic.
Listen, islands, underground tunnels, and fertility clinics have been ruined by the predators of the world. And anytime you hear now of a guy having an island or a secret tunnel or a fertility clinic, nothing good is coming from this. Nothing. Carry on.
No, Charles has a fertility clinic. You know that, Leticia.
No.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Humphrey, let me see. I think it's called King Charles Fertility. I think it's Humphrey House. King Charles helps women, 40 women to get pregnant. It's Dumfries House. Yes, that's it.
I'm just saying right now, every woman that goes there, that's Prince Andrew's sperm that they're using. I'm just calling it now. I'm calling it that as allegedly. That is allegedly.
I've done videos about this. King Charles. Yeah, here. It's King Charles helps 40 women to get pregnant. And he has royal health.
Very nice of him.
Can I just say, I'm saying it right now. When he signed that contract, he thought he was bringing back that weird thing that was in Braveheart and read the contract wrong. I'm telling you now, he thought they were bringing back that. What was that called? What was it called in Braveheart, where the king got to deflower every maiden on their wedding day? That's what he thought he was bringing back into play. There's no way he knew that this
was the royal prerogative or something like that.
So
Prima nocta, boss.
Prima nocta, yes.
Yep. Sorry, Charles, not today.
Yeah. Dozens of couples who fear they may never become parents are celebrating the birth of their babies thanks to King Charles. The monarch faced skepticism when he set up a holistic fertility program as part of his royal health service. The radical project at Dumfries House, the Scottish, because in England, you cannot do this in England, but you can do it in Scotland. Isn't that amazing?
They've been doing it there for centuries. Oh no, wait, that's a different thing.
Yes, because in England, the reason why Meghan didn't, and this is why I've always said that I believe that little boy, that Archie, was not born in the United Kingdom, and I believe that Doria brought him over, because in the United Kingdom they would have had to go through adoption, because by law in England the child belongs to the surrogate mother. They don't allow contracts. They have to go through an official trial to give the child to adopt the child.
Can I just say, after reading those 2 paragraphs, that's what you should be doing more of, King Charles. All right.
Well, how do they get the baby on the plane? Don't the baby have to have some type of papers?
Mm?
Not if they're getting on a boat.
No, if you come to the United States, in the United States, you can have children. Let's not forget that Meghan flew to the States quite a few times secretly, and to Canada quite a few times as well. Let's not forget that her father said that she had frozen her ovaries or whatever, her eggs or whatever. And so I don't believe that Meghan Markle would have never stopped bragging about being pregnant. Can you imagine the insufferable story?
No, because I was bragging and I was at home.
Yeah, but can you imagine this woman who talked about spraying poop or the pooping in the woods, or the most minutia thing, and now she doesn't have one story of her,
her pregnancy.
Can I just say, if poop is spraying, you shouldn't be in the woods. You picked a bad time to go to the woods if that's the situation.
You're so right. She doesn't have any baby stories, any pregnancy stories. Oh, I remember when I went here and Lily was just moving around and, or just any baby stories. When I do a podcast, I talk about my baby all the time.
Do you not wish it was a bit more Game of Thrones? Can we not bring back some crazy laws where the princes can throw each other out the tower windows and then get the next line of succession? Because I'll be honest, I'm bored out of my mind with the royals right now. I don't
know why you're bored, because you haven't been paying attention. I mean,
yes, obviously.
Meghan Markle is just getting started, sweetie. Meghan Markle is unraveling. She's just getting started.
That makes it well easy for my ADHD. It's great. It's not that I've not been paying attention. It's just, if it's not directly in front of my face, I've three. In fact, never mind. Shut up. And this is me talking to my ADHD now. Be quiet now. So for me, when I say I'm bored of the royals, I miss the old days. I miss the Diana days. I miss the front page news scandal madness days. Do you know what I'm saying? Has she gone topless on the beach again? Who knows? But it's going to be in the papers tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? She didn't give a fudge, right? Then we had a bit of cool time with the whole, how long is the Queen Mother actually going to live for? What's going on there with that?
Yeah, she didn't want to go, for sure.
Yeah, then we had the whole Queen, and until I met Paula, I never really cared. But when Paula told me about the history of the Queen and everything like this, and literally the badassery of this woman from day one, right? I could fully understand why she never stepped down. And then, but I never.
When you have a son like Charles, that's the problem. When you have a son,
I understood it. I understood it, but I never gave it any thought. And then when you think about it, she was the sort of woman that would have been, if William was her son, she would have handed it down proudly. And it would have been incredible. So it makes you think what she knew about her own kids. Sausage fingers and frickin' butt slapper.
But Charles is doing okay. Do you not think that she wouldn't be proud of him?
Are you having a laugh? Hang on a minute. No, hang on. I need to put the camera on. Paula, let me take this one. I got you here, Paula. All right. Right. Say that again.
Do you guys not think that King Charles is doing a okay job?
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. Okay, no.
What is he doing?
What has he done? What has he done? Nothing.
It would be like the Pope. Okay, first of all,
no. I'm taking this one, Paula. Okay, go for it. I'm going to need at least 3 minutes of silence. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. Do you know what he's done? He's went to his missus. Hey, I can make you queen if you do this and this for me. And now he's got his missus and she's the queen. And then that's it. A lot of this, a lot of sausage finger action, right? He's done nothing, mate. Nothing. He's done his royal duties. Anything memorable? Nothing. Nada. Has he tried to make us believe in him? No. He came to Edinburgh. Everyone was shouting, not our king. And he's went home, probably had a limp biscuit for a couple of days, had to explain that to Queen frickin' whatever her name is, right? Nah, has he done anything? Nah, he's done nothing, mate. Nothing. The best thing he's done was sold all of the jam on his website when Meghan had no jam to sell. Okay, made millions. Has he done anything? Vafangool.
No, I mean, the problem with Charles is that he's Charles. He has so much baggage Never mind with his very questionable friendships with Savile and Peter Ball.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even mention that, Letitia. Oh yeah, just best friends with Savile and that. Just best friends with a weird painter.
The
that has,
shooter,
like,
the guy that had the high school
phones.
shooter or the school elementary shooter too.
Sure, don't know about that, but when Paula said it, I'll back it.
No, Ron, we talked about this. Let me show it to you because this guy shot, he's very famous, and he shot kids in elementary school. And this is because of him. It got banned. There was bans in
Are you talking about Dunblane?
Yes. He was very good friends with Dunblane.
The weirdo that did all the shootings in Dunblane.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what's really interesting? You mentioned that because during World War II, that big bald guy that done the V sign with a cigar, Churchill, in order to protect national secrets, he created this media block where if you got sanctioned with, let's just call it the black sticker, right? If you got hit with a black sticker, no one's allowed to talk about this for 100 years. And that's law, right? And it was to protect national secrets during World War II. Do you know that entire case, the Dunblane case, has been slapped with the same journalistic order?
You didn't know that he's friends with him?
Well, I knew they had major connections to the Royals because he had major connections to Gordon Brown.
You want me to send you the picture?
Pure egg in the face, mate.
No, I mean, I have the picture. I sent it to you.
We've got to watch with this case. We've got to watch with this case on this channel.
It is right here. The images are there.
Yeah, I know, but
I'll show it to you. Okay. I'll tell you what he was.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? Because I'm going to show it to you.
I don't want to show them. There's weird stuff surrounding that case. I'd rather not just get instantly.
No, look at it and read it and see what it says. It says King Charles helps. Sorry.
Oh yeah, if it's a thing, then that's all right. No, yeah, if it's an article, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were just pulling one of random Paula's photos.
Okay, here. Are you showing it?
I am now.
The then Prince of Wales was pictured with the Deputy Lord Lieutenant for Inverness in 1999. And guess who he was? The then Prince of Wales, Jimmy Savile, and Deputy Lord Lieutenant Lane Thornburg, which is Dunblane. That's his last name.
Wait. No. Hang on. Let me just stay on. Hang on. I think you may have just done a boo-boo.
Me? No.
The guy's name is Thomas Hamilton.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and this is a photograph of him.
Jimmy Savile and the Dunblane Massacre shooter Thomas Hamilton. That's him. It does
look a lot like him. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is.
That is him, Ron. Okay, it has been verified. He was a lord. He was a deputy lord lieutenant. That was his job title. Are you being very Meghan Markle? His name was not Thomas, deputy lord lieutenant for Inverness.
That is mad. I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow. Look at you.
He was a deputy lord lieutenant for Inverness.
Read the article, Paul, if you don't mind.
It says an image posted on social media, including a picture and caption, shows King Charles when he was titled the Prince of Wales, with a caption claiming he is standing alongside both the disgraced entertainer Jimmy Savile and the Dunblane Massacre mass shooter Thomas Hamilton. It's been verified. They say evaluation false, but it's not true. It is true. They're trying to debunk it like crazy. And
Do you know what's crazy? That picture of the King and Savile, I've seen 1,000 times because the image has been cropped to just show those two.
Oh.
Yep.
That's wow.
Yep.
Okay, so look, what I'm going to say is I'm going to just throw up a major allegedly here.
Yes, they allegedly, because
there's a lot of things that get published. We've just sort of we're just been having a bit of a chit chat about this. I'm not saying this is real. I'm just saying Paula found it on the internet and has read it out. So, but would not surprise me. Mad. But yeah, take that one with a pinch of salt.
That before.
Okay, let me show you this other one.
No, Paula, let's get off that one. Let me just ask you about. Let me just ask you about
interview with
Letitia. I already had one. I've already got one ready. Okay, You can have the next one.
Okay,
God.
yeah, this is good. Okay.
So Meghan Markle's locket is personalized with Harry, Archie, and Lilibet's initials. I mean, it's just the one initial, right? I mean, that's just one initial there. Initials and under $200. I guarantee you, once she finds out that necklace was only $200, straight in the trash.
Yeah, straight away.
Oh, unless this is a new thing she's going to be selling. Okay.
Exactly. Marching.
The girl managed to rebrand a jar, which is I think that's the greatest gift that Meghan Markle's given to the world so far.
No one's putting flowers in a jar.
Correct.
It's so stupid.
Yep. You know what it reminds me that we were talking about earlier, Ron, about that article, that book that's coming out, that now they're being putting pressure to rewrite everything.
What book?
Oh, right. Hang on. Okay. So first of all,
we can't talk about it. I don't know if you can
all that story is. So I'm just living my life today, and I see that Virginia Giuffre, right, the survivor of Epstein, and the lady that was in the photograph with Prince Andrew, her family are now rewriting her memoirs. Okay, rewriting her memoirs, the book that we've been waiting to come out. They're rewriting her memoirs to be more accurate with the actual narrative.
No, they're afraid of what Virginia wrote, so they're rewriting it to please her.
Obviously. So do you remember when I said to you that they need to solidify destroying her legacy? This is the final stage in doing that by making her official story line up with their story. If that ain't the maddest thing.
Why are they changing her stuff?
Fear and money.
Oh, wow. So why even watch it if it's not going to be the real deal?
Well, it's a book. I mean, you can watch it as long as you want. But the fact that the last remaining words of this woman was her book. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was holdups and holdups and holdups. And now she's no longer here. And the pressure that's been put on whoever, insert family, publication, whatever you want, they're changing everything to line. I guarantee you everything that will be changed will line up with everything that was in the media to the run up with her unaliving.
You're going to see that now she's going to say that Andrew had nothing to do with her.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see something, man.
Yeah, that's that stupid stuff.
Can I just say, if that happens,
I don't believe it.
We are all cooked. All right.
You know, Ron, it is very difficult.
Can I just say, do you remember that little war that apparently happened for 3 or 4 days, and then Trump stepped in, and we never heard anything else about it?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it turns out one of those places has just been turned to actual dust, right? And we're not going to get into it on the show, but I couldn't believe what I seen the other day. And I'm not picking sides on anything. I'm talking about how the media reports on things. Ooh. Because we are living in a world where we are shown less and less advertising. There's less and less news breaks on Netflix, right? And within the next 6 months, you're going to see all over the UK, Australia, and America a new 50 to 64-inch television that you can have for free in your home. But it comes with a second television that hangs off the bottom of it that's about 12 inches and runs the full length, that will 24/7 have a ad portal on the bottom of it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because they're running out of ways to propaganda us, okay, through advertising. Because most of us pay to have no adverts on everything we watch. Most of us are watching everything on catch up. We're not watching it live. We're not getting hit with advertising. So they want a new way to capitalize on our own greed, if you will. Because a lot of people are going to take that, they're going to take that free TV set, and they're going to have that advertising portal.
God, did you see my
Listen,
we saw something. Don't worry, we didn't see.
You don't have to worry, okay?
You sure?
Yeah, we're good. Okay, we're good. Okay. Like,
funny.
Some of your simps out there, you just made their entire like weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? Just made
The
their
girls are almost out, but they weren't.
So there you go. Premium, no advertising, all of this. So imagine, right? You have premium, no advertising, and you get offered a 64-inch, 8K, top of the range TV for nothing. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to have the sound on the adverts all the time, but there will be permanent, like 12-inch screen of looping advert. A lot of people, that's going to become the new norm. Okay. It's going to become the new norm. You're going to start seeing people putting house plants in front of them, people doing YouTube videos on their top 10 ways to block out the adverts. It's going to become the norm. And these home comforts that keep us working and then consuming within our own little square of society, you're going to see it becoming more accessible and more accessible as time goes by.
You just have to anchor into your own knowing, Ron.
I just have to what? Anchor into my own knowing.
Anchor into your own knowing.
Okay, I don't know what that means, right?
That's what Meghan Markle says. All you have to do is anchor into your own knowing.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Meghan. For
got it from somebody else.
More words that mean nothing.
Racist old ships. That's because
if you want to talk about something crazy, put a one in the side chat if you've seen The Rock this week on social media. Because what's going on there?
Did you see Taylor Swift has come out, has decided not to be the godmother, has asked to be removed as the godmother to Blake Lively's kids?
Really? Okay. The mother? Oh, wow.
She was the godmother to Blake Lively's kids, and she's asked to be removed as the godmother.
Okay, spicy. That's not really the sort of Taylor Swift.
That's brutal, don't you think? I mean, that's brutal.
Yeah, that means I don't want to.
Has to be removed as the godmother of somebody's child. That's.
I mean, maybe the child's an absolute nightmare.
No. This is because of all the ongoing.
No. People don't often. They always blame it on the Taylor Swifts or the parents. Some kids are like little Rodgers, right? They're absolute like of shit. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say it. Okay. Some people's kids need to sort out their self. Okay. Like, get off the freaking electric bike. Get the balaclava off. Okay. Because I will clothesline you. I will clothesline you, child. I will make this happen. Okay.
Did I see Manuela on the chat? I don't know. I remember. I think I saw Manuela, but I'm not sure.
Are you still? Anyways,
no. I mean, you have to wonder. I mean, this. Meghan Markle is the gift that keeps on giving, and now that Harry and Meghan are both considering
she's getting
coming back as working royals.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. I appreciate that.
She's really starting to get like I'm not tired of her, but she is losing her whatever she had. She's losing it. She's losing her spunk. She's using her will to.
Listen, you're talking about Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
There's one thing Meghan Markle isn't short of, Lady Letitia, and that's spunk. Okay.
Right. Okay. Whatever she had, they kept our attention. Because let me tell you something. I don't care about seeing the back of the heads of the kids anymore. I don't care about seeing that. Now that bug we saw on that in that plate, now that was interesting. But she is losing it. She's a snooze fest. And here's the thing. She has to be relevant. She has to stay in the limelight.
I think you're actually completely correct. Because when she was the sort of quirky partner of the prince, it was an interesting watch. Okay? But now that we've got so much footage of the prince just looking like he is off his trolley, looking disheveled, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It really becomes less quirky then and more of a evil overlord vibe. And there's only so much dodging, matrix bullet dodging of that vibe you can do before you're cornered. And I feel like we're starting to see the Meghan Markle cornered era. Because now our contract with Netflix isn't turn up and produce a lot of crap. It's you've got to produce good enough crap for us to want to put it back on here, you know? But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if every part of our plan ties back to a yacht party or Soho where she's got Polaroids of people that will just do whatever she says for the rest of their life.
And Soho House here is very skanky. I gotta say, I was shocked about Soho House here. I still can't get over it, how bad that place was.
It wasn't clean.
No, right. This is the most planet ping pong madness you've ever seen, right? So this is a purpose-built, like 5-story brick square building with a secret underground tunnel to the 5-star hotel that is on the same street as it, and one whole floor is a pizzeria, and it's a 5-star place for all the elites to go to. How many times have you been watching anything at all, reality TV, whatever, and they've been like, oh yeah, we're going out to the pizza place tonight and we're talking about like millionaires and billionaires? It's never happened, mate. It's never happened. It's never happened. Maybe if they're staying in and want to be relatable, they'll order in. But I guarantee you've never heard of the place they've ordered the pizza from. None of us have ordered it from Quagliali Staglione's, and it's been flown in from Rome on a freaking repurposed goddamn. What were those things that broke the speed of sound? I've lost my train of thought. But Concorde, yeah, repurposed Concorde, baby. Okay, nah, because it doesn't happen. No one with billions and millions is like, oh yes, I'm so glad that the 5-star membership only place with the secret tunnels has an entire floor dedicated to pizzeria. Or is it just so that they can have an infiltration system or a filtration system or an airway system that doesn't look suspicious if they have a massive furnace in the basement where are being burned? Atrocities are happening to these. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Freaking pasta fence. Freaking pizzerias. Honestly, the fangool, huh?
No, but the thing is though that, you know, like everything about Meghan Markle is fake. You know, people keep saying that she is wearing Princess Diana's watch. So I'm going to show you this article.
Okay, please do. Save me from yourself.
Her personality is fake. Like,
okay, are you showing it wrong?
She's not relatable, and every time she opens her mouth, it sounds like she's on an interview.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny. Most of the time when you see her opening her mouth, it is an interview.
Okay, this is
selling herself. Like it's me, sell.
But I can relate to that. As a YouTuber, I can relate to that though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's not authentic. It comes across.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, whoa. What is that? Is not Meghan Markle. That is a Meghan Markle like Wish.com doll.
She put little padding in her face. Okay, but listen to this. Meghan Markle wore her beloved Cartier tank watch for her Vax Live appearance, and they said,
"Oh God, is she pregnant?"
And then she goes,
"God damn it!"
It says, in a pre-taped video message played at Global Citizens Vax Live, the concert to reunite the world, she says she wore that Cartier watch similar to, they had to change the thing because before they said that it was Princess Diana, which is why. Update 5/9 at 10 p.m. An earlier version of this story incorrectly stated that Meghan Markle was wearing the specific watch that had belonged to Princess Diana. We regret this error.
Okay.
You know why it was important? Have you ever seen them because William didn't want people thinking that she was wearing his mother's watch. He loved that watch. He has that watch. Harry's not allowed to have any of his mother's jewelry because they don't want to have Meghan Markle wear them.
Yeah, just to show you how different of a world we live in, put a 1 in the side chat if any of you have a memory of your mother's watch ever between the ages of like 1 and 12. Can you anyone remember their mother's watch or their mother's watch? No, none of us can. Okay, because it doesn't come with a legacy. Okay, where it was like, oh, this is the first ever watch made by the watchman who made the first watch. Different world, my Jesus. It's a different world.
Lady Maria 66 said, I found her Northwestern University commencement program from June 2003. I already showed the whole book. Remember when we showed it here, the 2003 yearbook for the university? That she doesn't appear in the pictures or anything like that. That the only picture she's in is in the Kappa Kappa Gamma at the sorority. And other than that, that's it for Meghan Markle.
I don't know much about sororities, right? But Kappa Kappa
she's
Gamma.
nowhere, she's nowhere in the yearbook. And her picture is not even in, you know, like all the people who graduated that year. She's not in a picture there. So she wasn't around for almost 3 weeks to get her picture taken.
I may or may not, right, be needing you all to like and subscribe right now. Everyone that's been on the panel this evening, their links are in the description. Make sure you're following everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Wait, Ron wants to try and find something to talk about. Hang on.
Paula.
Oh, Prince Harry's apparently coming to the UK.
He's already in the UK.
What?
I don't know. Don't listen.
They
You know
say
for a
he was
fact,
already there.
I've not read the article before I bring it up. Okay, we're going to find out together. Meghan Markle ruins Prince Harry's plans with latest bombshell. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Harry probably had a really good day of paintballing planned. Quad bikes, paintballing, maybe some clay pigeon shooting. Meghan Markle spoiled Prince Harry's plan, which is quite close to the heart, by dropping a bombshell on the royal family. For the unversed, that's me, by the way, the Duke of Sussex is set to attend an annual Well Child Award. That just so much to unpack with those 3 words in London on September 8th. There is speculation. Hang on a second. I need to put something else on the screen while I'm reading this, if I remember rightly. So look at that. Bosh. There are speculations that Harry's visit may turn into a reunion with his father. Well, what do you think about Lady Letitia?
Not happening.
Right. Thank you. King Charles, who he met months ago after Buckingham Palace announced his cancer diagnosis. However, amid the chances of the Duke of Sussex meeting with the monarch, Meghan once again took a subtle dig at the royal family during her latest appearance on, but no one cares. It gets it. Okay, Meghan claimed that she was living in inauthentic life back in the years and pointed out a silly example of wearing pantyhose as working royals. What?
She sure did. She was trying to say that that's not who I am. I don't wear pantyhose, and I had to wear them back then, you know, and you know, they still have those that come in an egg-shaped one. Yeah, pantyhose. She was
girl had half of her body hanging out in front of a bunch of kids in Africa. She could do with some tips here. So just for everybody who doesn't know, pantyhose are tights. If you live in the UK, it's tight, right?
Yes, tight.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, that isn't really a dig. I mean, that if anyone in the royal, I don't know. I think the whole "they were all a bunch of mad racists" was probably a worse one than the pantyhose.
Of course, yes, but she was trying to say that she was made to do something she didn't want to do.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Lady Letitia, have you got new nails?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and these are butterflies.
Yes. We have got what looks like pearlescent purple acrylics with like different colored foiled freaking what they call butterflies. They're sick. Yeah. I like them. I like that. I like that.
And this is a mood ring, and it's got all these little names on it. I can't keep up with it, so am I just to throw this away?
What do you mean? Like, I'm sorry. Are you 12 years old? Like, what do you mean you have a mood ring? That's so like guaranteed. Put a 1 in the side chat if you've heard that sentence since the mid-90s, because none of us have. Okay, so tell us all about the mood ring.
So I went to the.
Are you not aware of the mood that you're in? Like, is it just to clarify? You're like, I'm feeling really happy right now. What if the rune, if you feel happy, but the ring tells you you're angry, how are you going to feel?
I'm going to feel that the ring is wrong.
Okay, good. Okay. I want you to do a YouTube video called Obeying the Ring. Obey the ring for like 36 hours and just act out.
I'm nervous. And
good. Yes.
I got mixed emotions right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're a woman, so standard, really. I mean, I'm just saying it's pretty standard, right? Like, but do you have mixed emotions right now? What's going on? What's going on with you, Letitia?
I was having a few mixed emotions about the ring itself and why is all these different names on here.
When you say different names, do you mean happy, sad, confused?
Yes.
So those aren't names, okay? Those would be references to the emotion, right? They'd be the title. Is it names? I mean, it would be the name of the color. So technically it would be names,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're smarter than us all, I'm telling you. Carry on.
Yeah. And so it has all these different ones like creative, fun, calming, happy.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I understand the basis of a mood ring. I was at 1.12 as well. So trust me. But when this came into your life, I want you to obey the ring. If you've got that on your finger, then you should start a cult around obeying the ring. And even if you're happy, if it tells you that you're angry, I want you to freaking lose it, right? And just tell your husband, listen, until the ring says I'm happy, I ain't happy. All hail ring.
Well, no, the ring is going to do what I tell it to do.
Nah.
Yeah, that's how that's going to go.
That
right
doesn't
now,
make it.
I'm a little confused.
Yeah, but which sounds like a better movie? The one where you go crazy and obey the commands of the ring, or the one where you just live your life normally and ignore the ring? Do you know what I'm saying? There's one of them there.
I like the other one better, the one where I have control.
No, I don't. That sounds rubbish. That sounds terrible. No, you see, listen, listen, do it for the YouTube content.
Yeah. Obey the ring.
Obey the ring, yeah. That'd be brilliant content.
It really would.
It really would, because you could have some quite funny moments. Paul, are you still there?
Okay, I am here. I'm just listening to you two talk.
You're just forming a cult all based off Lady Letitia's ring.
No. I mean, I just, you know, like you know that I get a hold of the 821 pages of the Princess Diana inquiry, right?
Fucking hell, Letitia, we're back into fucking 821 pages. All right, your nails look great. Here we fucking go, everybody. Buckle back in. I'm pouring our fucking glass of wine. Right, Paula, 800.
I was just shocked. I was just shocked when I read it, you know, because you know what's really bothering me, Ron, that the press didn't report a lot of things. There's 5 questions that I have. It's like,
just
why
5.
Yes.
That's a lot of questions.
No, that's nothing. Not from an 821 inquiry thing. I mean, but to me, these are the 5 questions that nobody has answered.
Okay,
it's just like, can you imagine? Okay, can you imagine Queen Elizabeth, who is a pretty iconic woman? Was a pretty iconic woman, right?
Yeah.
She's a head of state. I mean, she's iconic. Can you imagine she dies in a car accident in a tunnel in Paris? The ambulance takes about 2.5 hours to get to the hospital. And then within 4 hours, her body is completely embalmed, her blood is drained and incinerated without the family's permission or involvement, except the UK government, the British High Commissioner, given the go-ahead to a little embalmer to embalm Princess Diana, because when you embalm a body, you can't do any autopsy.
Correct.
And the reason they said, well, it was a hot weather. Are you telling me that they didn't have a morgue and that the MI6 couldn't post 3-4 people to guard her body outside? She was only there for like 2 days.
Oh, they didn't do a whole autopsy?
No, she was embalmed within 4 hours of arriving to the hospital.
That's fishy.
Yes. It's all very fishy.
And that is not a custom in France.
Why did they move her? Why did they move her? Right?
Yeah, here you are investigated. Everything is investigated.
And did you know that after that car, and this is, listen, guys,
can I answer your first question? Can I answer your first question, Paula? What would happen if Queen Elizabeth was trying to be assassinated in a tunnel? I'll be honest with you, Queen Elizabeth and Princess Anne, like I'll be honest, I don't genuinely think it would take more than a car. Like, honestly, there's something different about the two of them and the Queen Mother. Like, do you remember when Princess Anne got kicked in the head by that horse? Has anyone actually seen the horse since then? No, exactly. My point.
And then, so that is, and then the guy said, "Oh, I did it." And in France, you need the authorization of the family. The family never gave. So the guy admitted during the inquiry that it was illegal what he did, but he had the go ahead from the British High Commissioner. So the family didn't even know. Number 2, they washed the crime, the accident scene. like within a couple of hours of picking her up rather than investigating. Why would they do that? They literally washed off the entire.
Yeah.
Have you know that here in I don't know, but in
They
most
really
countries when there's a
watched
car
the
when there's a car accident that
Right.
No,
involves
they didn't botch it. It went exactly as they planned it, Lady Letitia.
this, we're not
Because-
talking about you and me, Letitia. This was Princess Diana, the most iconic.
Right.
Let me ask you
woman in
this.
the
Let me
world.
ask you this, Paula. Let me ask you this. Do you think that the fact that Diana was with Dodi and there was major rumors of them having a baby?
No.
No, listen. I love the Queen too, okay? But I honestly think
No,
that
it has
if
nothing to do with that.
listen,
Really has nothing to do
let
with
me
that.
finish. I genuinely think that those baby rumors are what
Nope.
escalated her.
Nope. Princess Diana signed her death certificate when she questioned Charles' ability to be king.
Nah, Charles doesn't have access to the
Listen, Princess, there was in this universe, there would have been no Queen Camilla if Princess Diana had been alive. Because
I just need to say, in a world where Queen Elizabeth is alive, no one is pulling any of this off without her signing off on it. No one.
So this is why Charles did it after she died.
No.
But what I'm saying is
whoa. Diana, Elizabeth, very much alive when she signed off on Diana's demise.
I don't think it was Queen Elizabeth.
But
For
all
example,
I'm saying
did you know?
is,
Let me tell you something. Did you know that Queen Elizabeth, when William married Catherine, the Princess of Wales, well, the then late Kate Middleton, Catherine Middleton, the Queen immediately requested from Parliament because the monarch can request the Succession Act to be amended, right?
Right.
So she requested that the Succession Act be changed from gender to primogeniture and to allow Catholics back into the line of succession.
Explain it as if you're talking to an 8-year-old.
Okay. The Queen asked when William married Catherine to change the succession line, to change the succession law to allow, because up until 2013.
No, don't give me the dates. Up until to allow.
Okay. Before, a man took precedence over a female.
Okay.
So, for example, but the Queen didn't want that. The Queen said no. It doesn't matter in what order they're born. Sex, the gender should not play any role.
I'm with
so
you.
I
In the
wanted
succession,
to be.
yep, I'm with you.
So Princess Charlotte is the first princess who's made history that under this act, right? Under this amendment. Because Queen said it's like she requested from Parliament in 2011 when William was married. She said, no matter what child, what the gender is of his firstborn, I want the child. If it's a female,
yes.
If it's a female, and then they have a second child that's a male, I don't want it dethroned. I want her to remain there.
Yep. Thank you. When you explain it,
what
like
happened? Yes. So what happened is that she didn't understand. She requested this in 2011, right?
Okay.
And then it didn't get done, and she kept waiting for the bill to be presented to her. And then she found out that Charles had been meeting with members of Parliament, trying to preventing them for fulfilling the Queen's request, because he didn't think it was a great idea for Catholics to be allowed in the line of succession, and he didn't want primogeniture. He wanted the gender to rule over who was born first. When the Queen, it took her almost 2 years to find that out. When she found out that Charles had gone behind her back,
straight to jail. All those people.
What she did, she immediately reached out through her private secretary and said, "You're getting it done." And this happened in 2012, December 2012, right before Parliament went into vacation for Christmas. She said, "I don't care what your thing is. I want this done." And this was done before George was born.
That's testament to just how sneaky Charles thought he could be.
Exactly.
But my point is, there is no way that this is getting pulled off without the Queen knowing about it.
No, I don't think so. I think it was Charles.
But here's the thing, right? In any other situation, I would agree with you, because the individuals that would have been required to pull this off have sworn allegiance to the Queen.
Yeah,
not
but
to Charles.
unfortunately, Ron, the way these people look at it is that Charles was going to be the next king. And they
Nah,
show Queen
nah,
Elizabeth as being old.
You're not. You don't
Let me
understand.
give you another example. Let me give you another example. Did you know that the Queen was lied to when she gave Charles, because
Paula,
Charles needed the Queen's permission to
I
marry
understand that
Camilla?
there's levels of betrayal. When we talk about, let's cut the crap here. When I'm talking about ex-SAS members who have been offered jobs to be part of the big red button crew, they are swearing allegiance to the Queen. There is no
I understand that,
waiver.
Ron. I understand that, but then you have wankers, people like if
Wanker.
the Queen wanted to get rid of somebody, it would have been Camilla. You know what I mean? Because she refused to do what Charles wanted, which was to leave Diana with no use of any of his rights.
Do you know, actually, one thing that makes me think you're totally right is the fact that we don't have a Queen's consulate. The fact that we have a Queen completely is the one thing that makes me convinced that, yeah, actually, you're right. There was this royal shadow cabinet working with Charles against the Queen. I could totally see that.
But okay, I'm going to put this to you. Camilla couldn't even use the Princess of Wales title because nobody wanted her to use it because everybody loved Diana. There is no way in this universe that Princess Diana being alive that Camilla would have been able to call herself Queen Camilla.
Oh,
because the public would not have tolerated. This is why Charles posted in 2005
but Paula
was going to be known as Princess Consort.
Yeah, but he done the bait and switch. We found out she was going to be queen and not consulate the day that the world found out.
Yeah,
you know,
but
there was no build up.
If we wanted to get rid of somebody, it would have been much easier to get rid of Camilla from the beginning.
Yeah, but you've got to ask yourself, right? How many times did she witness the Queen Mother doing that? And then she was like, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to let things play out. I feel
no, the Queen really didn't want to do that. I really believe that the Queen was very much for family. She was very upset with Charles, what he was doing. You know, like they really, and even Prince Philip, you know, the letters that he wrote to Princess Diana.
I don't know that those are our boys. I don't know.
But the thing is, though, that those questions I read.
These are the kind of discussions I love having with you because these are just opinion based and neither of us are right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But I have those questions. Why did they wash off the accident scene a couple of hours after?
No.
Why didn't they study it? Number two, why did they embalm her body without the family consent? And the embalmer admitted that it was illegal what he did. Number three, why did they not? Why did they deny the fiat?
Do you know what might be interesting, Paula? Do you remember how I always talk about the weird things we don't get to know about, the laws and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. I wonder if simply by being married to Charles, there's secret rules and legislation that date back to the medieval times of ownership of a once princess's corpse or something. And that's how it all happened the way that it did. Because, again, we are just the peasants that know nothing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but with Princess Diana, the French acted so illegally. It's not even funny. Are you telling me that they couldn't preserve the body so they could have, because from what, actually this bodyguard was in Sean Atwood. He interviewed him almost like 2 weeks before he died. And I was saying he was going to come on my channel. And I even wrote to Sean.
Paula, we live in a world where the most famous rapper in the world can be murdered outside of a Mike Tyson fight in Vegas whilst the crowd is pouring out into the Vegas Strip, can be shot in front of all these people and there be no witnesses. That's the world that we live in. Okay.
Yeah.
And nobody.
But it's like for me, those are the questions I have. I have those questions like, why was she embalmed? Why illegally embalmed?
You know why?
Why did they wash off the scene? The Fiat Uno, the bodyguard that I was going to interview, he started becoming vocal again about the book that he wrote, because that book that he wrote, I believe in 2014, everybody dismissed him. Oh, he's lying, blah, blah, blah. Because he said this is what Princess Diana had told him, that she bought herself a house.
Does everybody get a vibe, right? That all like the dudes, and this isn't a criticism, right? But I always get a vibe of like everybody falls in love with Princess Diana a little bit who's working around her. Not like a creepy way, but like I feel like that's a common thing. And I don't know if it's just because I've never been in the presence of a princess. Do you know what I mean?
No, but it had nothing to do with her being a princess, because on the interview, and I do watch Sean's channel, when I watch that interview, the bodyguard said,
you don't know the power that would have.
No, because I've been before in the presence of princess.
You're a woman.
I've met
you
Princess
are a much
Caroline
more
of
complex
Monaco.
creature. We are men. We are simple creatures.
No. But no, like Princess Diana was in another league, because even this bodyguard, he said that when they would go to Saint-Tropez, she would wear a disguise, right? People had no clue who they were talking to, and yet people were still drawn to her.
No, 100%.
Kindness, how nice she was.
She was also really good looking. When you combine,
no, but she would go under disguise, Ron. Like they wouldn't know who she was. You know,
I get that, right? But the whole
she was very beautiful. He said that she was very beautiful.
Really only applies when it's like a fairy tale scenario, right? A beautiful princess, a bodyguard, a butler, a servant. You're all falling in love with her.
You know what? You know, one of the things that that bodyguard said that really caught my attention, which I see Meghan Markle trying to usurp, is that Princess Diana, the bodyguard said, had this childlike quality, because let's not forget that Lady Diana was a child pretty much when she married Charles.
Was she like?
She never outgrew that phase of being a child. Her emotional growth was stunted. So she was very childish in many ways, but he was not like a child. Meghan Markle tries to emulate that.
I'm going to push back against that. I think what he misunderstood as childlike was incredibly old ways of talking, right? The proper mannerisms that she had, the way that she spoke the Queen's English, so to say. I think that is what was mistaken for childlike.
He said that she was absolutely, her manners were incredible.
Yep.
Even the Fayettes were later, like within a week of being there, they were saying please and
there's a word that I can't remember, right? Which is this whole range of people who are in high society, the way they speak, the way they conduct themselves, the way they sit, the way they interact. It's very remnant of a obedient child. So if that's what he was picking up on, I could understand.
No, he said that she was very. Let me give you an example.
Well, let me just finish. There ain't no childlike individual who's like rocking up in Africa to diffuse a bunch of minds. That ain't a childlike quality. That's a badass quality.
That's a badass child, but that's reckless. A child is reckless.
Nah.
Let me give you an example that he said when she would come around 6 a.m. in the morning, 7 in the morning.
Thank you.
To the bodyguards, where the bodyguards are, right?
Yep.
And she said that she looked so stunning without makeup. Like her skin was just like beautiful. But he said that she sat down and she said, oh, I bought this house in California. And she was so excited to be moving there because then nobody would know her. And in the way that she really was talking all excited, it's like, and he had to tell her, ma'am, do you realize that you're famous? Your fame doesn't just stay in Britain, like.
Okay, well, look, we've got about 5 minutes left, Paula.
What's going on with Meghan's fame?
Wait, we've got 5 minutes left, right? And this is a really important thing I want to discuss before we end the show.
Okay.
Right. So, first of all, how on fire would Lady Diana's Twitter be if she was still alive today? Right? Like how, Paula, how many videos a week are being made on YouTube just reacting to Lady Diana on Twitter, first of all?
Yeah.
Like, she would be legendary. The coronation day.
The place would have been a much worse. You know what? The world would have been a much better place. This is what the guy said. The bodyguard. He said that the way this lady was working, he really believed that the world would be better off.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing.
What about
we've not argued.
Not the same.
We've not argued the fact that Diana was doing the very same thing by inspiring people to rise up that arguably Lenin was assassinated for. When people start seeing an icon that breaks away from the norm and gets people discussing things and becomes a possible symbol of going against the system, they're taken out. And I know I'm not saying that's what's happened, but I could quite happily debate and have a fun evening arguing that point.
No, I agree. But even the bodyguard said that he found himself in this situation where they were in war and he had no guns left and they really thought they were going to die. And he said that, you always think of the people that are very important to you, your mom, your wife, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
That's
he
a
says
lie.
that
I just
oddly
want to
enough.
say, what he was actually thinking was of the cover story for when he uses Diana as a human shield to
No,
get
no, no,
himself
no,
out
no.
of
The
that
guy, I
scenario.
saw the interview.
100%.
The guy was pretty said for some reason it was really weird how she popped in my head because she was one of those individuals that had a profound impact on his life and the way he saw things, you know.
Yeah, listen,
So this is a woman.
I'm only your bodyguard until it comes down to it's you or me. Up
And
until that
can you imagine
point,
Princess
I'm your
Diana
bodyguard.
Instagram account? Can you imagine Princess Diana Instagram account?
Would she have one?
Absolutely.
Would she have one? I'm telling you this right now. Okay, she would have got to the reality TV before the Kardashians, and she would have done it in a way that was completely badass. Because by the time that Princess Diana has got to 2025 and had all of this crap to put up with, but still has the entire world behind her, anything that she would have looked at or farted at, the whole world would have been paying attention.
Why can't Meghan do that?
She could have. Meghan, the whole of the UK was poised for Princess Diana Part 2 because we had Catherine, right? But the world loves an underdog, and Harry was the underdog. So whereas William's going to give us the new queen, we wanted the new Diana in the ginger one's new wife, right?
That's
and basically what she did is she took everything that she could have possibly have been and wiped her ass with it in front of the whole country and then threw it at us and expected us to clean it up for her. That's what happened. That's how we all feel. And I have went my whole life not talking about the royals until I met Paula, right? And it's hard not to, for a start, not find it interesting. But again, Ron's on the side of anarchy. Ron wants the mad royal family back. It's boring. Like, I want the crazy plot twist. I want it all because...
This is why I say I missed Princess Diana, because Princess Diana, she dressed up to the nines, even to go open, unveil a little plaque in a little elderly shelter, you know, and everybody, she brought the fairy tale. Like, people wanted to see a princess, you know, and I know I get a lot of criticism about Princess Catherine, but I really think she should dress the part. Everybody wants to see the fairy tale, you know, like that you're touching royalty, not that you're every day with jeans and stuff like that.
I have a question. Ron.
Catherine and Diana gave off the same vibes on and off shift.
That's what I'm saying, because when Catherine first came on the scene, she was the new Diane for us, especially over here in the United States. We were all over here watching. But now it just seems like she's real quiet. Like, there's not a lot going on.
Okay, let me push back on that. So I would say she's equally loud as her husband. I don't hear either of them, to be honest. So I think you're right, but I don't think it's a Catherine thing. I think it's for some reason. But I could then say the same thing about Princess Anne. I think it's been since Elizabeth died, something weird's going on, and everyone's just
doing their own thing.
I don't even no, there's no doing your own thing because you don't have any money. Like, you got to remember, like, William and Catherine, all these people are still effectively penniless, right? But have everything that they could ever want provided. So if your fucking mad dad is the king and he controls it all, and for some reason no one has seen anybody doing anything at all since he came into power, maybe you're on something, Letitia, because it is a bit weird. Because am I wrong, Paula? What's going on? No one's doing anything, right?
No, nobody's doing anything. That's for sure.
They're not doing what Queen Elizabeth was doing, going to different countries, shaking people's hands.
Well, no, let's look beyond that. When was the last time we heard anything? No, I'm not saying they've been taken out. This isn't a conspiracy.
Catherine was there today. William and Catherine went on an engagement today. She looked absolutely gorgeous.
What do you mean an engagement?
They were both together in an engagement today, Prince William and Catherine, and she looked.
When you say engagement, you just mean a day out?
No, they went to an engagement today, and she looked absolutely stunning. She has new blonde hair.
Somebody who was getting married? Is that what you mean by engagement?
No, like maybe
Oh,
an
they
hour.
went in an official engagement. They went to see. They
Okay.
had
Okay, so they were on royal duties in the
Yes.
papers.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll be honest, but again, maybe it circles back to the fact that I'm not being advertised to in my daily life to know what the news is from the conventional sense. Because back in the day, whatever crap I was watching would end, then the news would come on, and then depending on how far the remote control was away from me would be how much of the news I would watch, depending on motivating myself.
Yeah.
So it's weird because I find myself missing a little bit of information forced into my world, whether it's advertising or little news bulletins or something, because like I've got kids now. How am I meant to know what the toys are that are coming out for Christmas if no one's ramming advertising down my throat? Like, seriously, I'm being serious. Let me know in the side chat. So anyway, look, we've only got a few minutes left because I've got our live in 20 minutes. But I just want to say big shout out to Lady Letitia's new nails. Okay. Big shout out to Paula M. Big shout out to Heather. Big shout out to Paula M2 in the side chat. Big shout out to the mods. Big shout out to everyone. It's great to be back and chatting with everyone.
This was so
absolutely
fun.
Yeah,
absolutely. But it's an interesting thing because just to cap it up, you know, like I have girls that work at the farm and they're 16 and 17 years old. This is deep in the farms and they know who Princess Diana is.
Oh,
not
so
because I told them anything, but they
Meghan.
know about the beautiful princess.
Yeah, okay, but
You know,
there's a whole tribe of people in Africa that worship King Charles and have done for years as a deity. In fact, you know what? Next week, Ron's going to drink a bottle of cava, and we're going to talk about the tribe that worships the prince because it's a bit of a spicy one. I'm not going to lie, because I feel like with enough funding, we could do a video called Ron Goes to Africa to try and turn himself into a deity for a tribe. Because I think if Charles can do it and he's basically got no charisma, I could banter my way into that. I'm telling you, it could happen. Doesn't have to be Africa, it could be anywhere. In fact, you know what? Let's make it a challenge. Let's go with Wales. Yes. Okay. Let's go with that. I will see you guys over on my channel, 9:30. Lady Letitia, Paula M, thank you so much. Thank you all to the mods. Thank you to the Sean Atwood channel. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for being here.